Hey, what's going on, YouTube? And welcome to The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, a sequel to Edmund Macmillan's Super Meat Boy. What's that? Oh, it's not a sequel. It's its own game. Got it. What's up, YouTube? My name is Calendar Man, and welcome to The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, a definitely not sequel to the 2010 platformer Super Meat Boy. Is that right? Yes. All jokes aside, I played this game a bit. Just about 500 hours worth of gameplay into this video game. And, I was like, I feel like playing some Isaac, so why not play it for my YouTube audience? Now, I don't know how much of this I'm actually going to play, because I really don't want to become a Binding of Isaac YouTuber. I want to be able to do my own things. I don't want to be someone like Huts or Northern Lion with like a almost 1,000 episode series of The Binding of Isaac. I have a life. But I'll play some of the game. I've never actually gotten to like 1,000,000% in any of these save files. As you can see, this is my main save file. But this is the save file I'll be playing for YouTube. File 1. I saved file 1 for you guys. Definitely intentional. One last thing I should probably mention is that this game is a riff on Christianity. So if you're going to get offended by that, then please, by all means, don't watch. But this game makes fun of Christianity. I mean, it's a whole play on the biblical story of Isaac. So, yeah. The opening cutscene of the game, which I'm about to show you, proves just that. So, enjoy?
Isaac and his mother lived alone in a small house on a hill. Isaac kept to himself, drawing pictures and playing with his toys as his mom watched Christian broadcasts on the television. Life was simple, and they were both happy. That was until the day Isaac's mom heard a voice from above. "Your son has become corrupted by sin. He needs to be saved." "I will do my best to save him, my lord," Isaac's mother replied, rushing into Isaac's room, removing all that was evil from his life. Again the voice called to her. "Isaac's soul is still corrupt. He needs to be cut off from all that is evil in this world and confess his sins." "I will follow your instructions, Lord. I have faith in thee," Isaac's mother replied, as she locked Isaac in his room, away from the evils of the world. One last time, Isaac's mom heard the voice of God calling to her. "You've done as I've asked, but I still question your devotion to me. To prove your faith, I will ask one more thing of you." "Yes, Lord, anything," Isaac's mother begged. "To prove your love and devotion, I require a sacrifice. Your son Isaac will be this sacrifice. Go into his room and end his life as an offering to me to prove you love me above all else." "Yes, Lord," she replied, grabbing a butcher's knife from the kitchen. Isaac, watching through a crack in his door, trembled in fear. Scrambling around his room to find a hiding place, he noticed a trapdoor to the basement hidden under his rug. Without hesitation, he flung open the hatch, just as his mother burst through his door and threw himself down into the unknown depths below.
So, hope you enjoyed that thing. I mean, it's not bad, but it's definitely fucked up. Anyway, time for a seamless cut back into the video. So, what character shall I play as? I wonder. Also, screw normal mode. No, it's not happening. Hard mode. Well, was it seamless? Did I do it good? So this first episode will likely be largely uncut, mostly because the first run in The Binding of Isaac is usually really short. So how this game works is you start off as a character, and you attack with your tiers. As you can see on the left, top left are my hearts, top right's my map. Left side, you can see the coin, the bomb, and the key. Those are my consumables. And then below that, you can see my stats. You can see from top to bottom, it's speed, range, fire rate, shot speed, damage, luck, and then devil deal and angel deal chance. I'll go into more detail about those. So basically, this is a roguelike game. So you go from room to room, you attack enemies, as you can see, with your tiers. Don't hit the enemies. I feel like that should be a given. And yeah, it's a decently simple concept. But as you go through, you get items. And these items will allow you to defeat enemies better or do many things. Items can do anything. There's like 600 some odd items in this game now. I mean, I'm playing the Afterbirth Plus DLC, so I'm playing the Afterbirth and Afterbirth Plus DLCs, which means there's a lot to this game. Now, one reason I wanted to play this is because there was another DLC coming out soon for the Binding of Isaac called Repentance. So I definitely want to play that on YouTube once that comes out. I want my first impressions of that to be on YouTube because honestly, I think that the first time playing a game is best. You know, it's better than any other time because it's like for me in this case, I've played this game before. I know a lot about it. I know about every item, what it does, all the nuances of the game. So it might not be that interesting. If you don't want to watch a veteran player, then don't. But at the same time, I'm sure some of you have seen some of Hutz's videos or Northern Lions Isaac videos if you're watching this. So I don't know what makes me that different from them in that sense. Is it my commentary? It's probably not my commentary. So these red fires, they will shoot at you. So enemies can shoot tears as well. They are usually blood tears. Stuff like that will happen. So I don't know. I didn't actually explain this to you earlier, but earlier I blew up a rock, like a rock here that's a slightly darker tint and has an X on it. Those rocks, if you blow them up, can give you a few things. They can give you a bomb. They can give you a chest, like you just saw, and they can give you soul hearts. Now, soul hearts are temporary health and give you a key. So red hearts are like how hearts work in The Legend of Zelda. So if you lose a heart in The Legend of Zelda, you can get another heart pickup, and that'll refill that heart. That's exactly how it works in this game. If you lose a red heart, then you can pick it up. You can pick up a red heart that you find on the ground, and it'll refill that heart. Soul hearts are not the same. Once you lose a soul heart, that heart is gone. So it's temporary health. It acts like a shield, almost. So yeah. Anyway, I'm fighting the boss right now, so if you've ever seen a roguelike, the Binding of Isaac and the way that it works is very similar to other roguelikes like Into the Gungeon or Risk of Rain, where you go through, fight enemies, and then you eventually get to a boss, and then once you beat the boss, you can progress to the next floor. Now, after you beat the boss, you get an item. As you can see, this item is Magic Scab, HP plus Luck Up. Also, did I mention that this game is not for kids? I should really mention that this game is not for kids. If you're a kid, please leave. Although if you're a kid, I don't understand why you'd watch my content anyway. I don't think I'm that retarded. I feel like I just offended half my viewer base. Oh god, I'm gonna have to cut that out, huh? So, as you saw at the very beginning of this floor, there was an item. So every floor has at least one item room. Actually, not at least, it has one item room. And, oh, here's another tinted rock. I don't have any bombs, so I can't blow it up. So item rooms, what they do is they'll generally contain one item, and yeah, and so that's a free item you get every floor. And then you also get a free item from the boss room. So that's at least 2 free items per floor. Obviously, there's other things. Now, you may notice there's a room that I did not go into. That's the shop. I'm not going to go into the shop right now, but the shop, it's a shop. Do I really need to explain it? It's just a generic shop like you'd find in The Legend of Zelda. There's just, you buy stuff. Consumables, items, rope, lamp oil, bombs. Yeah, exactly. Now, I should probably explain... Voice crack. I should probably explain this guy right here. So that I got that as my first item. Also, the item rooms starting at floor 2 require a key. So this guy here, basically, enemies will go after my little buddy instead of me to a point. So that helps me because it makes it so there's less heat on me. So yeah. The item I just got is called Flush. So that's an active item. So I'll explain the active item in a minute once I actually get into a room. That was a curse room. To enter and exit it, you need to take damage. And inside a curse room, it can either be good or bad. So it's either really good or a minor inconvenience. So it's usually worth it to go in if you have the health. For what I just got was a red chest and 4 blue flames. Now, how blue flames work is they can only be put out with an explosion. And they have a 25% chance to give you a soul heart whenever you blow them up. So that's why I did that. And then a red chest, it's basically like a curse room in a chest. It can either be good or bad. It can give you soul hearts, it can even give you an item, or it can just give you enemies. Now, you may notice in the oh, let me show you flush. So my active item, basically you press space, and then it activates the item's ability. So this particular item is called flush, and what it does is it turns every single enemy in the room into a poop. I'm not joking. You saw it yourself, folks. And the little green bar with 6 segments to the right of flush show how long it takes to recharge flush. So at the end of every room, you get 1 charge, which means that every 6 rooms, I can use flush once. Which basically means I just get a free kill everyone in the room every 6 rooms. In the bottom right, you may notice I have a pill. I can press Q to use this pill, and like red chests and like curse rooms, they can be good or they can be bad. This one was bad. As you can see, my speed number went down, which means I'm slightly slower now. A minus 0.12 is not that noticeable, so you may not notice me being too much slower, but I'm slower. I'm definitely slower. Pills are generally worth it though, because like, well, they can damage you, they can give you a tears down or speed down, but they can also give you soul hearts, a tears up, a speed up, a range up. They can give you full health. They can give you invincibility for a short period of time, but they can also paralyze you for a short period of time. They could turn your vision really pixelated for a short period of time. That one's really annoying. Monstro's Tooth has appeared in the basement. Now, this is where I should explain this. So, like I said earlier, Devil Deal. Now, this up here is a Devil Deal. Basically, in the left side, I don't think I ever mentioned it, but the Devil Deal, which is the second stat from the bottom, was at 100%. What that means is when you beat the boss, you will have a 100% chance of getting a Devil Deal room to open. Now, obviously, if that number is less than 100% chance, then you're not guaranteed to get it, but, you know. Basically, and Devil Deals, basically, you can get items in exchange for health. So I'm going to take that. Okay. Let me not waste time. Let me just go. So, yeah. As you can see, there's only 6 floors right now. That's how it is in your first run. There's only 6 floors. So Devil Deals, basically, you have a 100% chance for the second floor. And then if you take if you don't take the Devil Deal, I'm sorry, my brain just got mixed up. Basically, if you get hit, if you take red heart damage, not if you take soul hearts. If your soul hearts get hit, it's fine. But if your red hearts get hit, then your chance for a Devil Deal goes down tremendously. And if you take damage in the boss room, okay, not tremendously. It goes down to like a third of what it is right now. And if you take damage in the boss room, it goes down to like 1% of what it was originally. So you really don't want to take red heart damage in the boss room. And once you take a Devil Deal, your chance goes down, as you can see, to 33.75% for the next floor. And then that chance goes up by 33.75, or not exactly that much, but by about a third every floor until the third floor, assuming you never got another Devil Deal, you'll get a 100% chance again. So there's a lot of different enemies in this game, a lot of different floor configurations in this game, there's a lot of items in this game. I know about most of them, so this isn't as much going to be a discovery for me, but more for you, the viewer, and honestly, I'm fine with that. So, that item is Deadeye. Not all that worth it taking damage. So as you saw, there's spikes on the floor. If you walk over spikes, they'll deal a full heart of damage, and that's not good. That's no good. Also, another thing you may have noticed is that some enemies have a tint to them. Like this guy, this bluish? I guess I'd say he's kind of bluish. Basically, the tint means that they are a champion. I keep trying to shoot my little buddy. Basically, what champions do is they generally have more health, and they also have some other gimmick. The guy you just saw, he explodes when you kill him. This guy leaves creep. on the ground. Now creep, if you walk into it, you take damage. It's like spikes. It's like spikes, but enemies like track them. So yeah, there's a lot of different champion types. I'll explain them if I need to. Then obviously there's flies. They can fly over gaps, whereas there's normal enemies that can't fly over gaps. Why did the room just open? Did the game just show pity? Because the game just acted as if I'd killed everything, even though I definitely didn't. Anyway, moving on. So I'm just trying to get this first episode, maybe not this first episode, but this first run over with. Just because the first one's kind of boring. You have no new items unlocked. There's only 6 floors total. And honestly, you don't want to hear me blathering on for like half an hour in my first run, just trying to explain everything. But for my first run, which I will try to make as short as possible, I will have to explain. Obviously, if there's people that know what I'm talking about, good on you. You can skip this first video. But if not, then if you don't know anything, then you don't want to just go on to my next videos without context. I mean, you probably do to avoid me talking, but you know, for my sake, can we just agree that you don't want to skip my videos? Please? Now, you probably just saw this room that requires 2 keys, and hell yeah, I'm gonna go in. Oh my god. So, you want me to demonstrate something cool for you? So, what this does is, it will re-roll every item that I currently have. It will re-roll every item that is currently on the floor. And, well, let me just show you. So yay, I now have different items. Great way to introduce my first run, huh? Really not confusing at all, right? Not at all? So I now have a completely different set of items. So one of them gives me extra health, so I'm up to 5 hearts now. One of them makes it so that everything that... Fuck. I accidentally used the hermit. That brings me to the shop, but I can show you the shop now. So you see this? This is the shop. I can buy a soul heart. I can buy that item, which I won't. And then there's also a reroll machine. If you pay the reroll machine, or if you explode it, then it will reroll every item and consumable in here. Humbling bundle, I'll take that. Okay, so that's the shop. You have now seen the shop. So I have the little guy rotating me. If anything comes into contact with that, they will start taking damage, and he shoots on his own. He doesn't home in on enemies, but he shoots in the direction that he's facing. With some momentum, I suppose. So this is a challenge room. So a challenge room, basically you get an item or a set of consumables, and whenever you pick up those consumables / item, 3 waves of enemies will spawn. So this is the first wave. This is Shoop to Whoop, based on that funny internet meme that everyone knows and no one's tired of at all. You know, that one that this Henry VI series always references? Yeah, that one. I literally only know this, that meme from the frickin' Picto chat. Or not Picto chat, what was it called? Flipnote. Did anyone ever have, like, a DS and just go through a Flipnote and just look at all the funny shit people posted online before they, removed the online accessibility? Yeah, good times. Also, I can fly. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I can fly, which means those gaps and those rocks, which were annoying before, I now don't have to worry about them. Shoop to Whoop, as you can see, only has a 2-room recharge, as opposed to Flush, which had a 6-room recharge, which means every other room I can fire my laser, if you will. Or you won't. Either way. Fallen, just a relatively generic boss, you can fly. Now, this boss will introduce a concept, well, I guess the firing my laser introduces it, but he will introduce a concept called a brimstone laser. So what these brimstone lasers do is they have infinite range, and they have infinite shot speed, meaning they reach the edge of the room instantly. So brimstone lasers are used by a lot of items, by a lot of bosses, and by several enemies. So the brimstone laser is definitely something you're going to need to know about. My Shoop to Whoop, as you saw earlier, that is a form of brimstone laser. On to the next floor. So another thing I should mention is every 2 floors is like paired together in a theme. So the first 2 floors are the basement. The second set of 2 floors are the caves, and you will soon see what the third set of 2 floors is. Now, obviously, each floor is more difficult than the last. Each set of floors is more difficult than the last, and just generally, each one will be more time-consuming, and you'll be more likely to die during them. Now, there was a time where most of my runs would end at the base or at the cave because I sucked at this game. I bought it like 4 years ago. And I've been playing it a lot since, as I said, the whole 500 hours thing. This is a fun game. It has a lot of replay value. Again, 500 hours. I wouldn't be playing it this long if it didn't have replay value. As I've shown, there's many room configurations, there's many items, and as you saw before I started this, there's many characters. None of which I've unlocked yet, but hey, they're there. And there's also several endings. For each character can get 10 total endings. Technically 20 if you count the normal and hard modes as separate things. I am Big Brain. Ah yes, this is Big Brain time. So these blue flies that you can see that are being spit out by my little rotten baby, basically what those do is they can fly towards enemies when they get close enough. And they deal 2 times my damage. Forever Alone, Attack Fly. Now you can see I have that bigger fly. It looks very similar to the other flies, but it's orbiting really far out. Basically, enemies that come in contact with that will just constantly be taking damage every tick. As you can see, like look at that. Now, it's not a great amount of damage, and it does require you to strategize since it does orbit around you. So you have to... That was big brain play on my part. And yeah, as you can see, it can just decimate enemies if you know what you're doing. And I, after years of playing this game, know what I'm doing. Now, I should probably explain something that I showed off... Actually, did I show it off? I already forgot what I did within the first few flows of this run, because commentating makes me have the worst memory ever, for some reason. Anyway, in this game, there are secret rooms. So secret rooms, basically, you have to bomb into them, and they can be connected to anywhere between 2 and 4 rooms. So they will not be shown on the map. Just anywhere that there is a gap between between 2 and 4 rooms, there is a chance of a secret room to be there. Now, there is only 1 secret room in each floor, so that's why I've been bombing random walls. So the way you do it is you have to bomb a wall, and that's how you reveal the entrance to a secret room. Also, I'm playing way too risky for my first run. I really do not want my first run to be a loss. That would be embarrassing as fuck. So yeah, that's how this works. Yeah, people probably don't want to be staring at my face for 20 to 30 minutes, so yeah. So Gertie, this is a boss. He spawns enemies, he also shoots at me. So, you know, my fly can kind of crush him. Now, these bosses are really hard if you don't know their attack patterns. I know their attack patterns. Gertie will generally, he'll generally either attack, in which his face will go away for a few seconds, and then reappear, and he'll attack in whatever direction you're in. And then you can just easily run away. Or he will spawn enemies. So, yeah, he was easy, as you saw. Blue cap. So that was an HP up. That was a tears up. Look, I shoot faster, as you can see. But it was also a shot speed down, meaning my tears themselves travel at a slower rate. Now, before I go to the next floor, I'm going to go to the shop. Greed. Okay, well, I guess it's nice that I get to show this off. Basically, whenever you go to a shop, there's a chance that instead of a shop, you will fight Greed. And Greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. They are a recurring theme in this game. They are the 7 main mini-bosses. Well, there's actually 14 main... Actually, it's actually like 15 main mini-bosses. There's actually 7 sins, 7 super sins, which are just harder versions. And then there's Ultra... who was it? Ultra Sloth? Ultra... Pride? One of them has like an Ultra version, who also appears as a mini-boss. So there's 15 total mini-bosses, but they're all based off of the 7 deadly sins, is my point. So greed gives you either money or a Steam sale. Steam sale, it's obviously a reference to this game being on Steam, and Steam sales being way too freaking generous. It makes all shop items cost half as much. Getting off track. Greed can either give you money or a Steam sale whenever you kill him. He can only appear once per run, though you can also face Super Greed in a shop. I am now on the Depths floor. Now, the Depths floor is the third main theme of floors, and it obviously persists through floors 5 and 6. These enemies right here are sentient poops. I've already battled them a few times throughout the game, but I have not mentioned them. So, these guys are sentient poops. As you can see on the left side, my Devil Deal chance is 100, which means that if I go the rest of this floor without taking red heart damage, I will be guaranteed to get a Devil Deal. Also, now that I have flight, I can enter, but not exit. Enter a curse room without taking damage. Now, as you just saw, that red chest, one red chest gave me Spider, an enemy, and one gave me Soul Hearts, which is good. So that really shows the duality of red chests. They can either be really good or really bad. One last thing I forgot to mention is that, first of all, well, two last things. First of all, cards are like pills, in that they can be used at any time with the press of Q, and they're stored in the same slot. But they generally have different effects. So pills are randomized, and different color of pills can do different things in different runs. So once they've used a pill once, you will know what that same color of pill does for the rest of the run. Cards are different. They're telegraphed. As you can see, I have number 4, the Emperor. Cards in this game are based off of tarot cards. Now, there's some exceptions. As you saw, there was the 2 of Spades earlier. That is a playing card, not a tarot card. But most of the cards are based off of the tarot cards. Now, each of the cards does a set thing. So the Emperor, the one that I have right now, when used, teleports me to the boss room. Now, I didn't want to do that because, honestly, I have no need to, and I really did not want to waste the card. Also, Monstro 2. He's a boss. He is a harder version of a boss that already exists in the game named Monstro. I don't know if I already fought him or not. I probably did, and I'm just an idiot. Another health up. Also a slight damage up. I've now unlocked Magdalene. That's another character. Oh, God. I unlocked several things. Ooh, this is good. So this right here is Pentagram. That is a damage up, as well as a... No, that's just a damage up. What am I on? So I'm not going to leave the floor just yet because I have not found the item room. As you can see in the top right in my map, I can hold tab to make my map bigger and more opaque. So you can see that I have still not found the item. So I will go do that, and then I will return momentarily.
A few moments later.
Oh, well, I guess I found this. So, also red chests can teleport you to the Devil Deal. So this is an Eternal chest. Now, Eternal chests are extremely rare. I've only ever seen like a dozen in my 500 hours of playtime. So, do you guys remember when I blew up a Tented Rock in the very beginning of this run, and it gave me a golden chest that I could open by using a key, and it spat out consumables? Eternal chests are basically golden chests, but whenever you open them, one of two things will happen. Let me demonstrate. Well, that was the bad outcome. Basically, they can either give you consumables like a golden chest, or give you absolutely nothing, which unfortunately is what happened. So, that wasn't a great example. What can happen is Eternal chests, if they give you consumables, then the chest will re-close and you can reopen it and have that exact same gamble. So basically, it's a golden chest that is an infinitely reusable golden chest, assuming you always get lucky. But getting hit by one of those greed heads makes you lose some of your money. The Stars card. Oh, I unlocked Kane. Kane is another character unlocked by getting 55 coins in one run, which I just did. So, congratulations, I have Kane. Now, let me use the Stars card. The Stars card will bring me to the item room. See? Ooh, Mongo Baby. Mongo Baby is really good. So, what Mongo Baby does is he will basically copy whatever your most recent familiar is, I believe. And my only familiar that I have is the Rot Baby, so he will act like a second Rot Baby and just give me an extra blue fly. So normally with Rot Baby, he'll spit out blue flies, but you can only have one blue fly at a time. Mongo Baby increases that cap to 2, so I can now have 2 blue flies at a time. Which is good, seeing as, remember, they do 2 times my damage every hit. I say every hit. Flags can only hit enemies once before they die. So yeah. Let me just finish clearing up this floor. Oh, so I can find the shop, is what I was gonna say. But I guess I don't need to. So yeah, here it is. There's a shop. So I'm gonna go into the shop. I have 64 coins, so I don't really want that. Pill in a bottle isn't very good. Oh, you can blow up the shopkeepers. So turn your attention to the donation machine. So throughout any number of runs, you can donate to this machine. And what that'll do is that'll let you upgrade the shop. A blue map has appeared in the basement. The shop can only sell 2 items at once. As you can see, 1 consumable and 1 item. It's not always going to be like that, but as you can, I've already been to like 3 shops at this point, so you can tell it can sell 2 items. What the donation machine will allow me to do is it'll allow me to increase that amount as well as unlock more items to be sold in the shop. Like that. Store upgrade level 1. Now future shops will be able to sell 3 items. The problem with donation machines, though, is I'll demonstrate. As you can see, I just gotta luck up donating a lot. It jams. After enough money, basically for each coin that you put in, there's a chance. I don't know the exact chance, but there's a chance that the machine will jam, which will prohibit you from putting in any more money for the remainder of that run. I really like this game. Have I made that clear yet? I also love these little loading screens of just Isaac having little thoughts. I probably should have stopped skipping these. So last floor. Oh, this is a little makeup station. I can change what I look like here. It's random. Unfortunately, I don't get to choose exactly. Oh, look, I'm just a little Isaac with wings. A black Isaac with wings. Sounds racist. It's not. I'm just saying what I'm seeing, okay, guys? So, as you can tell, that was a good pill. It gave me 2 soul hearts. That was a new... so there's some pills that don't actually do anything to Isaac himself, but do things to the landscape. Like, something's wrong, spills blue creep on the floor. And blue creep... Blue. Am I colorblind? Black creep. I'm getting my B colors mixed up. I'm not 2, I swear. What black creep does is basically when enemies walk on it, it makes them... It's like slippery. So they'll slide around on it. 2 white pills? Wait. No, wait. X-Flex is the one they slide around on. I guess I'm just insane then. I think black might slow them down then. Either that or I'm insane. Don't trust me fully. I'm not an Isaac expert. I am an Isaac expert, but I'm not an Isaac expert. Contradictory, I know. Isn't that most of my commentary? I feel like nothing I say is, has any sort of sense. The judgment card drops down a beggar. Now, beggars basically take whatever consumable they're holding in their hand, like the sign. So there will be a money beggar, which will beg for coins. There will be a bomb beggar, which will beg you for bombs. There will be a key beggar, like this one, which will beg you for keys. And then there is a heart beggar, which begs you for hearts. Now, give them and they each have different rewards. So key beggars will generally drop chests after you give them enough keys. Like so. Okay, so I got a good bit of money, I got some bombs, and then I got this pill that the tears up, so it was definitely worth it. Time to battle the boss. And the boss, if you've never played this game, kind of fucked up. Oh, this is also kind of fucked up. You can blow up the beggars as well. This boss is kind of fucked up. It is your mom. You fight your mother. Yeah, so... The whole story of this game, if you don't remember from the opening cutscene, is that Isaac is running away from his mother, so he has to confront her. That's the final boss of the first run. Now, subsequent runs, you'll be able to go past Mom, but, you know, for the first run, you can't. Did I mention that this game is fucked up? I feel like I should mention by this point that this game is fucked up. This game is very fucked up.
Isaac was cold. His mother, fueled with the desire to serve her god, was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
That's it. That's the game. You unlocked the womb. You heard it here, folks. I unlocked a lot of things. Oh god, I unlocked a lot of things. Stop unlocking things! Jesus. So now that's what the file profile looks like. So I'm gonna end this video of The Binding of Isaac here. I hope you enjoyed. If so, like the video, subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And by more content like this, I mean more of me babbling on while I play video games. Isn't that what most YouTubers do anyway? Yeah, well, whatever. Look on the right-hand corner, bottom right-hand corner for whichever one of my videos YouTube decided you should watch today. And subscribe, please. Do it. Do it. I'm not asking again, as the picture says.